Champ. Champ. Respected. This year's Champ 2. Slowly. Hey, what up everybody? Just a little intro music, you know, that's just how I get down. Hey, but I want to welcome y'all to this year's 2017 Clinton County All-Stars Year 3 Fantasy Football League. And as you know, I am the reigning champ and the commish for this year. And I just want to go over a couple things before the season kicks off. Try and keep this video short and sweet, but I got a couple things that I do need to address, so please be patient. First off, I want to, cover the draft. I thought it was some good and bad about the draft. I'll start with the bad. I thought overall, and it's probably my fault. First, I want to thank my homeboy Nofke for letting us use his home to do the draft for the second year in a row. However, things that I think we can improve on, we did it outside, which was, logical because we smoke and drink. However, we didn't take the, the darkness into consideration. Shout out to Kurt for using his headlights so we can finish the draft, and unfortunately your battery died, but we figured it out. A couple other things bad about the draft is we kind of got carried away with, drafting up and down with draft picks or whatnot in the middle of the draft. In the future, I think with the flea flicker setup, we won't have to do that. We can do all that pre-draft, so that kind of delayed it and made it drag out. And I know Cato had to go to work, so that's something definitely we can fix. Some good things about the draft is, hey, we got it done. We got 10 people rather than 12, but 10 work. I just don't want to do 8. And we had fun like we always do, man. It's just I like this league because I get to come home and kick it with my boys, my high school, childhood friends, and it goes a long way, and we get to do what we love, play fantasy football. But moving on, I got draft winners and losers, and I try not to be biased. I gave everybody a grade after the draft. Some people left, and I mean, I'm no expert, but I've been doing this for a little bit, and I kind of take it serious because I'm really competitive. However, the winners, I think, of this draft, I think number 1 is Nofke. May have something to do with his keepers. AB, Le'Veon, makes things real easier, and then he got the number 1 overall pick. So, good job, Nofke. Number 2, Brandon/Cody. They first kicked off the trading up and down in the draft with the draft picks. So, however, I think I put Brandon/Cody because one of them are going to be a loser, I think, depending on Zeke's status and what he does this year. And then Cato, I would say number 3. I honestly didn't know where you are as far as your fantasy knowledge and how much you knew, but I think you got a pretty solid team that can be reckoned with. The losers, I think my brother's number 1, LaRon. He did me a favor and kind of jumped in. He did some fantasy leagues in the past, but I think he's had a few years off, so he's kind of lost on the current events. He drafted a couple people that were out, injured, and I think he drafted Jason Witten like 4th, 5th round, which is big no-no. But with that being said, like I said, he helped me out, so I'm gonna cover his league fee. So don't worry about it, bro. Unfortunately, if you're a bad owner, we're gonna kick you out and we're gonna find somebody new, and that's anybody. You know what I mean? We want this league to continually to progress and get better, and that's the goal here. The second loser, I think, would be Zummy. Zummy, you got a pretty decent team. However, you did draft Spencer Ware. He got a season ending like a week ago. So that's my winner and losers. Oh, Kurt. Kurt is honorable mention. Kurt usually struggles, in years past because he's got so much other stuff going on. But I think he did fairly well as far as his overall draft. Moving on. Flea Flicker. We went from NFL.com to Flea Flicker this year. I just think I like Flea Flicker because you have a lot more flexibility. You can post videos, obviously. I just like the the structure of it more so, and I like the way you can maneuver things. If anybody's having a problem with making Flea Flicker as your desktop because they don't have an app yet, just let me know and I'll try and walk you through it. I think mostly everybody's covered, but I do strongly advise you to navigate before the kickoff of the season so you're familiar with, you know, recent activity, trades, messages, etc., etc. Lineup lock is on. Lineup lock is, let me get this. Let me clarify this. Each player has a different lineup lock. So if you have a player that plays Thursday, the Chiefs-Patriots game, and you got Tom Brady, you might need to want to get him in your lineup as soon as possible because once that game is kicked off, you can't put him in. However, if you have a Monday night game, you can put that person in at the last minute. So this, if you got any questions, I'll answer them, you know, one-on-one. All right, I don't want to get too far in and waste time. Payouts, we kind of talked about this after the draft and a couple people left, whatever. I want to do one or two things, and please vote, comment, give me your opinion, and I'll take that in consideration. I'll go with majority rule. I'm doing one of two things for payout. The first one being is $150 to the champ, $50 to the runner-up, and then $50 to the most points in the regular season. All right, that's most points. All right, the second idea is $125 to the champ, $50 for the runner-up, $25 for the person with the most points in the regular season, and then 25 points to the person with the best record in the regular season. I'm good with both, however, majority rule, so please comment and let me know what you want, option 1 or option 2. Next thing, I thought, shout out to Kurt. This was one of his suggestions and I really like it. This year, the loser, the person with the worst record, they don't get, the following year, the winner, the champion gets to name their team whatever they want. I thought that was a good suggestion. And obviously, we'll talk about that later in the year. Trades. I think we need to cover this as far as trades. Like I said, I like this league the most because you can have videos. It's and the trades. You get to act like a real GM for real. You can trade draft picks, but Brandon or somebody made a good point. You know, people get kicked out the league, and you don't want them trading years worth of draft picks, and then they're not even in the league anymore. So therefore. Let me get to this. You can do obviously one-on-one trades like any league. You can do 2, 3, and 4-way trades, which is I think is pretty cool. Trade proposals. You can trade draft picks like I said. However, until we get a consistent, solid group of owners, you can only trade for the year prior. So it's 2017. If you want to make some trades and trade next year's draft picks, you can only do it for 2018. If I see any draft picks for 2019 and beyond, I will veto it and I will remove it. So don't even waste your time. Don't waste my time. You can only trade draft picks for 2018 if everybody's with me. Okay. Keepers. Obviously, keepers. And you know, I hate to be the dick about it, but I mean we got half the owners coming in new, and if everybody kept 4 or 5 keepers last year, it just wouldn't be fair to them. So I kept it to 2 keepers. I'm not opposed to keeping it to 4 or 5 keepers. However, I just wanted to keep it somewhat fair for, you know, new people coming in. If it was 1 or 2, then they just have to make up the slack. But we had a whole 5 new people, I think. So we put it to 2 keepers. Okay. You can keep anybody on your team. You can keep anybody on your team except for your first round pick. However, if you keep whoever you keep, you have to give up the draft pick that you drafted him from. For example, if you drafted Zeke Elliott in the 4th round and you want to keep him next year, you'd have to give up your 3rd round pick. And like I said, I think we pretty squared away on that, but if you got any questions, let me know. Moving forward, we never really talked about how long you could keep these keepers. Brandon, I believe, is going to be the commissioner going forward. We're not going to keep changing commissioners. That's something we can talk about in the future before next fantasy season starts. However, the winner, instead of you know, the stuff being changed from year to year, it's gonna be ridiculous. Brandon's going to be the commissioner. Dustin's going to be our treasurer. And the winner is going to be the co-commissioner. And we're going to allow them, I think we should allow them to make one rule change or suggestion. Something we could talk about with time. However, like I said, I'm looking forward to a good year. This site allows you to do a lot of trash talking. I want us to try and stay away from that group text message as much as possible, because people do. It is a distraction for people that are at work or whatnot. However, like I said, trash talk as much as you want. I personally welcome it. However, be respectful. You know what I mean? Like most people know, I don't like the B word. I'd rather you call me a motherfucking nigger than a bitch. Honestly, because I'm ready to fight. But like I said, be respectful. I mean, we got some new people in here. Trash talk, but be respectful, okay? However, take advantage of the league messaging and videos that you can on the site. That's what it's there for. There will be some changes in the future, like I said, with the commissioner, and we'll get all that maintenance stuff cleared up and put it out to you guys accordingly. And with that being said, I just want to wish y'all good luck, and the champ Commish out.